Hi everybody, this is Black Lion. Now today I want to discuss coming back to Uganda, or I should say coming back home and finding out, like, you want to know what places you can stay, what type of how is the experience. So I just want to discuss what my experience was, how it is, and how you could be possible to be able to find yourself accommodation. Now I do know that from so many people, guys do complain, I gave this guy a lot of money and he didn't find me a good apartment. I found this guy and he didn't do this and the other. Or my relatives or my family members were not able to do the task. Now what I'm saying is, you can actually do the task by yourself. Before you set foot, or before you even get your air tickets confirmed and be ready to move, ready to to fly, I want you to do something for yourself. You can do your own research, a little bit of research. Do you know that you can actually get these things by yourself? All the way from finding accommodation, to meet the right people, to the landlords, and making your payments by yourself. This can be happen. I'm telling you this because I was able to do this. You see, sometimes you may wonder, like, hey, we have family, we have friends, we have people, colleagues and all that. How is it possible to do this? You can do this through finding the right real estate agents. Now, when it gets to the subject of real estate agents, that's another tricky one. Real estate in Uganda is not something that you can say one size fits all. It's all tailor-made. It depends on who you land on. It depends on what company you land on. It depends on if it's a company that is being able to show you their apartments, show you their accommodation, show you their listings for real estate. So what you can do, you do a quick search and find out what companies of real estate are available out there. And then you're able to get in touch with one of them. Now the norm on the ground is, they'll tell you, most of them, actually, let me categorize the type of real estate people that you might encounter. You might encounter those who are just freestyle people, and they will tell you, you know what, this is my charge. My charge is about 50,000 Uganda shillings that you will pay me, and then I will go take you to find places. Then you will find others, they will tell you, my charge is 100,000, then I'll take you to find places. And then you find the others 200,000, and then it goes up. Now, of all this type of real estate people, you do realize that some of them are not real. Some of them are not real in the sense that they're going to eat your money, and then you'll not find apartments that are good for you, that you might like. You might go out there and then you find one guy and he'll tell you, I have the right apartments for you. So pay me my money and I'll start taking you to one of them. So guys, move from one house to the other, to the other, to the other. And at the end of the day, you don't find what you're looking for. So that group is there. There's another group which are real companies that are out there and they have listings. And also there are those who don't have listings and they show it that they do have listings. So you have to be able to land on the right group of people who can show you accommodation and link and listings so that you cannot get duped. So what else you do? Now after you have vetted, you can be able to know. Sometimes going for cheap is not good. Go for something that at least has some value. That I know I'm going to spend, but be prepared to pay something up front. But also another tip. You can ask those real estate agents to show you a sample of the type of accommodation that you want. Because you might go out there and then you just tell them and they'll tell you, I have them. The answer is always yes. But what you do, you tell them what your requirements are. Maybe you're a family of 4, maybe you're a family of 6, maybe you're a couple or 2 people or anything. So according to your needs, you just tell them, you know what, I'm looking for a 4-bedroom, 4-bedroom apartment. I'm looking for a 3-bedroom. I'm looking for a 1-bedroom. I'm looking for a studio, and pick the location. Now, what location are you looking for? Now, these locations sometimes it's determined by where you're going to have a lot of your activity. If your activity is going to be along whichever road in Kampala, you decide. If your activities are going to be, from Entebbe to Kampala, and you have a lot of activity along that route, then you decide to look along that route. If your activity is going to be around the northern route, Kawempe, going all that side, that other side of town, you prepare to look for. Same applies to those going to Ginger Road and all that other side. Also, you can decide. Those going to Namugonga and all that Jira, that side, So pick a location that is suitable to your activity and then search along that line. If you search all over the city, you might not end up finding what you want. Just be able to know that now in Uganda, things are quite different, Things are quite different. Back in the day, you used to say, this area has this, where would I get groceries and all these things. Now, if you're a family kind of person, if you are, definitely you're going to need fresh food, you need fresh groceries, you need things like that. Not only from the supermarkets, but also fresh groceries. Now, in the suburbs, now things have changed. Different locations have all these markets close by. Even businesses have grown now. My, you can't believe, when I first landed, Entebbe Road that I left before, it was, it was just one straight line. No bypass, no nothing. But when you get back, you will find that there's a lot of changes. There's businesses growing up, there's, structures coming up, buildings growing up, so many things being built. Business is growing, a lot of activities going, and there's a lot of population coming in from expatriates as well. So things have changed and you might just cope with it. So don't forget, when you get any suburbs, you will find that all those areas have markets, supermarkets, roads that lead to the special places, things that you can access, and also workshops, anything that you need. When you find yourself not knowing which location you want, you might take a very long time to be able to get apartments or accommodation. So you pick a location, fine. Now once you pick a location, whichever real estate agent, maybe 3 of them, one of them for these amounts, another one a company, another and another. And then you give all of them the task. And you tell them, I want a studio apartment, it should be within this road, let's say between this area and this area until Kampala. Find that, it should have a bath, it should have this, it should have, you list all of this that you need, and then you give to all of the 3. Now, this is where the tricky part is. Now, the ones who don't have listings will tell you, you know what, don't you worry, you pay me, I'll take you. And then you will be able to know at least those that have listings. And then they'll tell you, okay, I have this. Then they'll show you what they have. That person who's able to show you the listings according to what you probably want would be your best bet to try with. Now then you go into the charges and then you'll be able to find out. Avoid cheap also, and also be very crucial. Have many questions with you. So when they show you, let them share with you all the details before you can start, you know what, I'm going with this real estate agent. Once you're able to zero down on one because of showing you 1 or 2 or 3, then at least I'll be able to find something with this person, and then you lock up with them. Then you start your search. You can even pay them their money. These days it's easy to send people mobile money in Uganda, so it's so easy to do that. But be able to manage your liability. Don't put a lot of money out there. Put what it is, just enough for their fee, and then when they come back and you like your apartment, you're able to pay them the balance. It's always a good practice to avoid passing real estate agents behind their backs. It's always a good practice to avoid that, because then you will bring problems that are not entertained. Okay? So that's how it happened for me. You're able to find a real estate agent, then you will move with that person, 1, 2, 3. You vary all your options. You share that person what your other detailed requirements would be, and then at the end of the day, you're able to find yourself a good apartment that you can move in. Right? Well, I do something like that. I did something like that and it worked for me. I think it might just work for you as well. So when you're able to get something like that, you can even be able to link yourself with the landlord. It's always risky sometimes. You won't know who the real owner is until you're able to vet that real estate agent. You're able to see more details about them, what company, where they are, what is it that they have to lose, are they online, are they well stipulated, do they have all their addresses. You can check the one who's taking you around, and before paying any money to anybody, you should be able to ask them to show you their identification, because that will be your starting point for any challenges. If somebody's comfortable enough to share their identification with you before you pay them the money, it's a good bet. It's a good bet. But try to minimize your risks. Don't dish out a lot of money. Dish out just what is required, and once you're ready, it is even advisable to just give a small amount, and then when you travel and come to the country, you're able to pay out the rest of the amount or all of it once you're in the country. So these are some of the unique things that I found. I tried for myself. I hope this video might just help you if you're looking to settle back in, come home to Uganda, and you just don't want to involve a lot of people. You can always try this. Okay, so until another video, we'll look at other tips of getting back home, other tips of coming back into the country, moving into your whatever it is you're going to do. And we will discuss also possibilities of business, what kind of businesses people can open, what kind of activities people can do, what is the platform like for those who have not been in the country for long. So till next time, cheers and bye.